You were taught that God was your creator, taught that he was loving, benevolent, and took care of his people. You love him, and you do all you can do to be like him because you were taught that pleases him. But pleasing him seems to be the most difficult, gut-wrenching thing you've ever been asked to do. Not because God's an ogre, but because you are a sinner. You spend time going to your job, working in your community, loving your family and friends, but in the back of your mind, you have a longing. And this particular longing, would someone who truly loves God really love this? What you desire to experience, who you long to become, it can't. It just can't be what God would want, because you've been taught all your life that to want something like what you want is sinful. It's dirty. It's wrong. But years ago, you were so curious, and you found such comfort in the pursuit of what you truly desired, you went after it anyway. You couldn't deny yourself anymore. And at first, it felt like heaven. But all that guilt and shame that came with it, it very quickly felt like hell. So, after you had spent a little time feeling good, entertaining your desire, you turned from it again. You repented. You confessed to God in prayer and vowed never to do it again. But to this day, you keep doing it again and again and again and again. And in between each time, between every cycle of enjoying what you truly desire and then repenting and retreating from it, the shame you feel, the guilt, it overwhelms you. Oh, and this must be the conviction of the Spirit that all your teachers and friends taught you about. And it hurts. You're truly sorry to God. That's what prompted the repentant prayer in the first place. You love God. You meant what you said. But little by little, over time, that desire for this thing rises up in you again, stark, crying out to you like a wolf in the night, calling to you to come back to what your heart truly wants, to who you truly desire to be. But again, would someone who loves God, someone who truly loves God, could they really want this? What is wrong with me, you ask yourself, and you try to do all the things expected of you, believing that you are pleasing God by shrinking back from what you truly desire to be. You're a good believer. You're keeping your vow to follow God's leading, and you'll be blessed, because God promised to give you desires of your heart, didn't he? But you don't feel blessed. You feel stuck, abandoned, trapped. If God wanted to give you the desires of your heart, why do you feel small, helpless, all alone in your suffering, not having the very thing that your heart desires? Other people have what they want. Some of them aren't even believers. But not you. What you want isn't of God. He doesn't want to give you what you desire. Besides, what you desire, this shameful, disastrous, horrible thing that couldn't be holy or right, but instead must be sinful, yeah, that's why he won't bless you. Because you're dirty. You're wrong. You are so sinful, aren't you? I know your story well because it was mine for decades. Shrinking back from the things I truly wanted to experience and from who I truly wanted to become to appease a God outside of me. A hyper-moralistic God, a God whose rules seemed to change depending on the religion or the denomination with which he was affiliated. A God of rules, a God who simultaneously shamed me while supposedly loving the entire world. It took all of those years for me to realize the misunderstandings I had about who or what God is, and especially about who I am. Thankfully, today, I know who I am. I'm a lover of people. I'm a success. I'm joyful. I'm a dominant. I'm powerful in the world, and I am one with my Creator. These desires that used to haunt me were the very foundation of discovering who I was truly born to be. And because of misunderstanding who God actually was and who I was in that power, I shrank. I hid myself from everybody. No one, including myself, saw the real me until I was past the middle point of my life. But today, thankfully, I'm free. And finding that freedom didn't cause me to lose myself. On the contrary, it's how I found myself. And you can do it too. Because the biggest misunderstanding most of us have about God is that God is outside of us. But that's a lie. The power of God is inherently and intrinsically in each of us. And those desires that other people, maybe even yourself, are telling you are shameful and sinful, those are very often the exact things that God is calling you to. Don't believe me? Go into your closet. Shut out the world. Let your requests be known. In other words, go into the silence, close your eyes, turn off your senses, and let what rises up in you be observed for the truth that it is. Because if it isn't God's truth, in the silence, all else will fall away. Still don't believe me? I'm not here to convince you, nor would I try. Put it to the test and find freedom in the bondage you choose.